Hi guys, it's Nick here, and today I'm probably going to do yet another different type of video, and I'm going to show you how I do my basic everyday makeup with cerebral palsy. So the thing is that today I'm going out, and I'm going out with my friends, and I'm about to put my makeup on, and I thought I'd show you how to do it because, as I've said before, my cerebral palsy affects my left hand as well as my legs, and that makes it quite hard to do fiddly things such as makeup or things that require two hands, such as makeup, because my eyesight's really bad, so I have to hold a mirror and do my makeup and everything. And so today I just thought I'd show you how I try my best to do it, despite all of these differences. So if at any point you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments and we'll just get going. So me, I always start with my foundation, and I've always used the same one. It's the only one I've ever used, and it's Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse in Porcelain. Now I picked a mousse because my mother especially and a lot of my friends use a liquid foundation, which is fine for a lot of people and works really well, but for me I would probably struggle to squeeze just the right amount of foundation onto my fingers or onto a brush because it's liquid. So I use it's a powder base, as I think you can see, and you probably already, well, it's not powder, it's a mousse. That's kind of what it already said. And I always use a sponge to apply it because I find it easier. It's a lot to grip onto, and yeah, so I basically just I put my foundation all over my face. Obviously I try and not use too much because I'm always, and apologies about the mirror being right in the way, but because I was born so early, my eyesight was really badly affected as well because I was 14 weeks premature, so my eyesight is actually really quite bad. So I will just have to hold the mirror pretty close to my face. And also the lighting is really bad in here because I had to close my curtains because my face just looked as white as a ghost, and that wouldn't have been good quality for this video. So I've done a quick sponge application of some of my foundation, as you can see, for the reasons that I mentioned. The thing I will mention about this foundation is that it also came in a twist tub. The top on the tub, sorry, that was some loose stuff, is a twisty one, and it's fine for me now because I tie it to my own strength, but whenever I first get a new one I have to get somebody to open the lid for me because they always come just that little bit too tight. Okay, so next I'm going to do my concealer, and I am using the Soap & Glory Kick-Ass Concealer Stick. I think, although don't quote me on this, you can also get this as like a liquid concealer, but I prefer the pen because it's a bit more for me to grip onto, the crayon even, a bit more for me to grip, and a nice big point. Also, I wouldn't find it as fiddly dipping a wand into a pot. So I'm just going to pop that under my eyes just a little bit, and then rather than try and be precise with the point of the concealer, I'll rub a little bit under my eyes and then just use my finger to get into the corner because I trust that more because I have slightly more control over it. So as you can see, I did use my left finger to rub in there, but only because it was a wide space. Obviously my left hand struggles a bit. So this is something, what I'm going to apply next is something that's relatively new to my makeup collection. I've never used bronzer before, really, because I've never worked out what to do with it. And then I was wandering around near Christmas, around Harvey Nichols, just sort of browsing for presents, and the lady on the benefit counter saw me, so I thought I'd ask her for some advice on how to use a bronzer because I've never used one before, and she showed me the Hoola bronzer by Benefit, and I bought a tub, although I bought it I bought a tub for myself. I thought I'd treat myself to something new now. It comes with a square brush, which I do actually find holding the pot, because it's quite a wide square pot, I might add, it's hurting my left hand a little bit because I'm having to grip it quite a lot. So I will probably put this pot down in between applications. I also find the brush that it comes with a little bit on the fiddly side because it's an awkward shape. I keep meaning to buy a new one. Haven't got around to it yet, because if you can mention any good bronzer brushes, let me know in the comments down below. But for now I like this one because it's handy and it fits in the tub. Now, what the lady on the benefit counter taught me, because I had no idea what I was doing with bronzer, absolutely none, was that she taught me to do a number 3 trick around my face. So draw your bronzer on your face in a number 3 on each side. As you can see, I'm trying sort of, ooh, just got a load under my nail, ew. I'm trying sort of to not pick up the pot in between applications so that I don't have to keep picking the mirror up and putting it down. And again, if you just do that number 3 on each side of your face is what the lady at Benefit taught me, and it seems to work quite well. I'm fairly pleased with it. So yeah, I'm not sure quite how you guys think that looks. It's fairly new to my my makeup routine, so if any of you have advice, that's really great. So next, my favourite part of doing makeup is the eyes, and something that is also really new to my makeup routine because of the amount of hand control it requires. I find it so hard, and this is eyeliner. I tried on and off with several eyeliners, and I happened to be complaining to my auntie one day that I seemed to be hopeless at hopeless at makeup in general, but especially hopeless at eyeliner. And my auntie asked me if I'd tried a particular type of eyeliner that was like a pen, and I'd tried one that was like a felt tip pen, and then for Christmas she actually bought me the Avon Glimmer Stick eyeliner, which I'd never tried before. But this one, I don't know if you can see, it's not so much like sorry, I'm getting in really close so I can see it too, because I've not got my glasses on. It's not so much like a felt tip pen as like an actual pen, and I've found this quite a lot easier than any liquid liner or any sort of felt tip pen liner that I have tried, which is quite a few, because as I say, I find it quite difficult. Now, one thing that I am going to do, because I find this, it's got to be so controlled and it's quite hard for me to see as well, and obviously you've got to be really controlled with your hands, is that I put it on before I put any of my other eye makeup on. So before I put any of my eyeshadow on, before I do my mascara, before I do any of that, so that if I do smudge it, I can try and rub it into my eyelid to blend it in so it looks a bit more like eyeshadow. So I'm going to try and pop some on. I'm going to have to get in really close. And also the way that I do it. Oh, it just broke on me. That's really helpful. Just bear with me 1 second. Thankfully it comes in a lot. There's a lot more still in the tube. It's just the point snapped off, which is okay. Is that I do it in lots of littleish lines. So rather than trying to do it in one continuously long line, I do it a really little bit at a time. And it's not always neat. So then what I will often do is just do the most basic line that I can, although this line seems to have gone a bit thicker than the other line, which is the downside to eyeliner, I guess, is making them match. And then I just, if one bit has gone a bit skew-iffy or a bit higher up than I wanted, I tend to colour it in, which is probably not the way to do eyeliner properly, but it's the way that eyeliner is easiest for me. So as you can see, that is not perfect in the absolute slightest. It's quite skew-whiffy, it's quite all over the place, it's quite horrible. So what I'm going to do is try and smudge in the top line where it's got a bit skew-whiff, so that it looks a bit more like it's covering my whole eye. I don't know how well you can see this. So that it looks like it's actually covering my whole eyelid. And then I will take some eyeshadow and try and sort of blend it in as best I can. For this, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Paris Luminous palette, and I'm just going to sort of take, I don't really know what top I'm going to wear tonight, but I quite like darkish eyeshadows or purples, and there's a nice purple one in here, if you can see that. So I'm just going to take the purple and I'm going to put a really little bit on each eyelid, because also the purple is quite dark if you put it on quite darkly, so my eyeliner faux pas hopefully won't stand out quite as much now that I've covered my eyes in a darker eyeshadow. So I've only put a really little bit on because obviously the eyeliner was quite thick and quite dark, and I didn't really want to put too much on there and make it look too bad. So finally, for my eyes, I like a mascara, but I'm quite lucky. I have quite long eyelashes, so again, this is one my auntie bought me for Christmas, although I am really happy with it because I think it's really subtle, and it's the Avon Super Shock mascara just in the black shade. Really happy with it because it's quite subtle, and also it's a chunky top, so it's nice and easy to get hold of, and also the wand is quite long, and I know that you can get a lot of mascaras in miniature, and I have used them in the past, especially when they come in Christmas sets, but I like one with a long one, like with a longer stem on the wand, so that I have a bit more give and don't have to get in too close to my eyes, because then if my eyes I don't have to work and get my elbow in too close to my eyes, so that it leaves it nice and freed up to move a bit freer, and I don't feel quite as restricted in my movements. So now that I've done all that, I'm going to pop my glasses back on, so that I can see you all again, and I can actually see what's going on this camera, because I can't see very much right now. Hello, the world is in focus. Hi. So now, last things last is going to be my lipstick. Now for this, I'm using something that I bought on impulse when I was having a really bad day, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to buy some new makeup. I'm going to make myself try and feel a bit better, look, you know, boost my mood, because I do makeup for me. I don't do it for anyone. I don't do it to make anyone happy or anything. And I just picked this shade because I thought, oh, it's the exact opposite to what I would wear, because I usually go for really, really, really subtle lipsticks. And I actually saw the collection makeup, and it's #1, and it's Gothic Glam Seduction. So I saw this and I thought, oh, and I tried the tester on the back of my hand, and I thought, oh, maybe it looks okay, and then I bought it, and now I sort of use it whenever I'm feeling a little bit daring, and it lasts for ages, which is absolutely wonderful when you're going out and you're eating and you're drinking and you're talking to people. But if you do get it on the sort of the corner of your mouth, I find I have to rub it with a makeup remover. Oh, that needs rubbing in. With a makeup remover rather a lot to get it off. So Again, lipstick is something, especially in a brighter shade like this, that would make me very nervous attempting it, because it requires so much hand control, and obviously I don't want to sort of get it everywhere and make myself look like a clown. I can see I've messed up a little bit on the corner there, so I'm just going to take a makeup remover wipe and try and even the corners, because I found with this one, just sort of licking your finger and trying to do it just makes it a little bit worse. So if you're interested, I use, for makeup wipes, Johnson's Face Care Makeup Be Gone Refreshing for normal skin wipes. I should also mention in this tutorial, I am not being paid to talk about any of these products. These are just what I'm using right now and why I like to use them, because they're easy for me with my hand function and my mobility things to try and get them done and try and make myself feel good and everything like that. So this is the end of my makeup tutorial. I keep calling it a makeup tutorial. It's not a makeup tutorial really, but my video about applying makeup with cerebral palsy. I don't find it the easiest thing in the world. It's something that I am always practicing and trying to improve on. Again, if you guys have any suggestions, please do leave them in the comments down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. You can subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I hope to see you all soon, guys, and I hope that was interesting, and see you soon. Bye!